Morning, Brenda. TJ, Brenda. Be right back. I got to get a refill real fast. Bye. Hurry up. Yeah, my back computer is screwing up again. I don't want to do it, but I'm probably going to have to replace it. It's just more rigging around, rigmarole and all kinds of stuff, and just not interested in doing all that. Yeah, I was in the fog this morning. That is correct. Hey, Jason, how's it going?
Good morning, Paul. It's going very well. How are you today?
Not too bad.
Excellent. Good to hear. So, what do you got planned for today?
Well, I just got back from flying a ship in the fog, and
In the fun. Nice. All right. That's
I
cool.
was just about to share it, show you guys what I did, give you the short version.
Right on.
Share. Okay. You should be able to see it. That's the start of it. Okay.
So, you're sharing it directly from the controller, or you already downloaded it to your computer?
I've got it dialed into the computer right now.
Cool. Right on.
You see it?
Yeah. Let me pull over for a second here so I can take a look. That's pretty cool. It looks like a little time lapse, also.
It's a,
I guess that's just the buffering.
yeah, it could be.
That's a really cool shot, though. What kind of vessel is that?
That's a out of Holland. It's a bulk carrier. They load this up with either grain or whatever they want, and then they head across the ocean.
All right.
Up
Were
on.
you a merchant mariner as well, by chance?
No, not physically, but I lived on the water here, and I used to sailboat race and do different things. And I've always had boats, not now, because once you get to be a certain age, you just can't maintain, you know.
Yeah. No, I understand. I thought I heard Justin there. Is that right?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey,
Hey, Justin,
Justin.
good morning. And good morning to the chat. I thought I saw TJ and Brenda there as well
Yep, TJ and Brenda
before
are
I
here.
popped on. Right on.
So how did bus duty go today, Justin?
Didn't go. I woke up this morning not feeling good.
Oh, you took a sick day?
Yeah, I got my chest is all congested and everything.
Wow.
Dang. You sound normal at least, so that's good.
I'll advance a little bit. I don't want you guys to sit through the whole thing. It's Wagenborg is the name of the company.
What's the name of the vessel?
Restaborg.
Restaport. Cool. Right on.
See, there it is. Restborg.
Nice. A friend of mine from high school, from Scouts when we were growing up, he actually passed through Virginia Beach. He lives in Boston, Massachusetts area now, and he got into sailing. I would say recently, maybe in a year or two ago. And so his participation in his sailing club, this and that, he's gotten himself a spot to be part of a crew that basically sails people's vessels, their yachts, their big sailboats from the Norfolk area. That if it's stationed here or if it's ported here, they sail them down to the Bahamas for the winter.
That's when you know you're rich, when
So
somebody else sells your boat for you in a race.
yeah, no kidding. No, it's not even a race; it's just a transport, right? No, yeah, right.
Just for fun.
No, it's not for fun even. It's the owner might be on the vessel, but he's like, I need a crew to bring it to the Bahamas.
Right,
Because I guess his
they'll live
wife
on
doesn't
it
want
while
to
it's.
Does
crew it
he
down
does
there.
does he charter it or what?
You know what? And that's the thing. Typically, if you're gonna, have something like that, I mean, everything is they've got to make money out of something. Everything is got some type of a business usage out of it, so that they can have those types of things. So I'm most confident that they charter their boats when they're not there. So he goes down there, he sails it for 2 weeks, and then he comes back up north. Well, what's he got to do down there? All he's got to do is, hey, put up on the website, charter
Go
my
for
boat, for a week for $2,000, and some other, person that might be rich that doesn't want to own a boat and have to worry about the insurance and the maintenance or even the business side of it would just rent it for the week, and a crew would sail them around the Bahamas. Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Hello, Joe. How do you know
And-
what's going on with you on this show? And there's
And the old-
DJ.
No time to get off.
Hey, Joe, good morning, Captain. Good to see you. TJ.
What's
What's
up?
up, guys?
I mean, the
How's
only
everyone
reason why I
doing
know
this
about
morning?
this stuff is because my son participated in Sea Scouts, and so he actually got a chance to charter a boat, or he sailed the vessel from the Bahamas to Norfolk, 5 days.
Ah.
Yeah, so he was on one of those crews, and he didn't get paid. He got paid food and the experience. So it was it's interesting to say the least. But it's what's really interesting is the business aspect of it all at the same time as well, because one dude said his vessel, he's got a 52-foot catamaran. It's owned by an it's owned by a nonprofit organization. So think about that, right?
Go away, please.
The fuel, the maintenance, the insurance, all that is all, if you will, charitable business expenses.
Sure.
So he basically gives money to the charity. Charity maintains the vessel, and wow, right?
Well, that's a great experience.
Yeah, I think so too. I am not one for. He asked me if I wanted to sail a few days. I was like, nope, no, thank you.
Are you on your way to work this morning, Jason?
I am, TJ.
Nice, nice.
Just be there in a few more minutes.
I
I was there
have-
yesterday morning to fly for some friends as well. So today's
Oh, that's
heavy
cool.
admin day.
Nice. Yeah, I'm actually off today and tomorrow. Kind of give me a little R&R, I guess.
So what are you going to do for your weekend?
Giggle.
TJ's learning how to be the boss.
Yeah. I gotta put my foot down and say, hey, go do some work.
DJ went all mafia and Walgreens. He's like, gotta know. You have to respect me.
You gotta respect me.
Respect my authority.
Respect my authority.
Well, it sounds like you already know how to say the words. Do you say them though?
Dude, it's crazy though, because I had to work with this kid Logan yesterday that I was telling y'all about yesterday or whatever, and like I had a customer up front, and I had to literally yell across the store like, Logan!
That ain't work. They don't do that.
Well, hold on. What were you doing when you were looking for him?
I was in the office counting money. And I was trying to talk with one of my other shift leads because I was short and I was trying to figure out why I was short.
Usually
It comes
because
down
maybe
to
your
genetics.
dad wasn't
That's the reason
tall.
you're short.
I thought you were like 5'9",
It's usually
5'10".
genetics
Yes,
thing. TJ, why you're
genetically,
short.
Well, no, like I was no, like my like
Oh,
money.
you're talking about money short.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about height.
No,
Well, that's because
no,
TJ, you can't sit at the register and say $1 for me, $1 for the store.
yeah,
$1 for
I
me.
know.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Took some more grape
That's funny. $1 for you, $1 for me. That's funny.
That dollar's dirty. Let me stick it in my pocket. I'll keep that one.
What's up, Bent Rail? How are you? I think that's
one
Gary.
always
I think
makes me
that's
laugh.
Gary. I'm pretty sure it's Gary.
Yeah.
I'm
Gary.
gonna try to go live later with my drone at the top of iFly Virginia Beach. Fly it over the ocean.
Jason
today.
from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
It's been a while. Yes, sir, Captain. Good to see you. But Yeah, it's been a little while since I've flown from the top of the building.
Oh, Lord, let's see.
Hey, that was a pretty cool video you put out there, Joe. That's pretty neat. I was watching it.
Which one?
The one where Mandeville Lake or
Lakefront.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, it was windy.
yeah. It looked like it.
Wait to see the one that comes out tomorrow. With the Avada with the wind.
Oh wow. Yeah, I was trying
The
to.
Avada of the two.
Avada 2 with the wind.
Cool.
I was trying to when we were at that meetup over in whatchamacallit, I was trying to fly the Avada there, but it was kind of windy and it wasn't really going anywhere. I was like, man, come on now. Over in Fort Pierce is where it was. I was trying to fly the Avada around there and I was like, it's not going nowhere. It keeps pushing the wind away.
But when I took off and started to make you can see when I take off how it's leaning to one side. And when I made a bank over the water to come back, I was making a left turn coming over the water. I was looking at the angle it was on, and I was saying, man, that wind's blowing just at me. What happens if it flips this thing? I was waiting for it to flip. I really was. I had already resigned myself to think it's going in. But I didn't do any power loops with the wind because I didn't want to deal with it. And I didn't do any flips. But I did do a 180 slide because they had a good looking girl looking at the drone as I was passing her by. So I did the 180 slide to see what she looked like.
Oh, Jody Lore.
How heavy is that?
I need to put put the damn controller in.
That's what you need to do. I need
it.
So our names I need it.
It's crazy, man. Like I'm trying to say shit and I just keep stuttering along the way until I get the fucking words out. It's like, fuck.
Well, it could be a direct result of the 60-foot you did on your back falling out of the top of a tree.
Yeah, probably.
On your head, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just. I believe. I'm not no brain doctor or nothing. But having fallen 3 stories out of a building as well, TJ.
Yeah. Well,
your brain is rewiring, and you're thinking way too fast for the words to actually come out. But if you slow things down, and just, I think, that's what worked for me, where I've got my speech back as well. Because I used to be, very stuttery, a lot worse than you are. You know, and it takes time for that to occur, for that to recover. Especially if you were well spoken before.
Yeah, I mean, like when I speak, like I tend to get excited, and then I'm trying to think about something else, and I'm like, oh, what is that? It's like right there on the tip of my tongue. Let me just spit it out.
Yeah, no, just slow it down.
Slow it down.
If you don't want to sound like a stuttering dude, if you don't care, then don't even worry about it.
DJ, were you like this
Carry
happy
on.
and go lucky before the fall?
What's that, Justin?
Did you used to laugh like this before the fall? No, I'm serious. I'm just wondering, were you like way different? Were you like super serious?
I don't know.
He doesn't remember the way he was.
Yeah, I don't remember the way I was.
Go away. Oh.
I wish I could have known TJ before then.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
Do you though? But do you? He might have been a really serious dude.
Why so serious?
He's all into like Wall Street investments
knocked a few
and shit.
screws loose.
Hey, Justin, this was TJ before the fall. Yeah, I'm gonna climb the tree. Not a big deal.
He's like fucking Eeyore.
But it's windy.
I mean, my wife is sick, and
Eeyore
my personality has changed significantly. Like, I am not the same dude that she met when we first met after my fall.
When did you take a fall?
With buying stuff?
I fell off a 3-story building in 2003.
Oh shit!
And I was paralyzed from the neck down, and I had a lot of nerve and brain injury as a result of that as well. But it takes time. I didn't get back into the gym until 6 years later.
Yeah.
2000 and
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I used to
2007.
work out like all the time.
I got back into
Man.
working out again.
Yeah, I need to start doing that
Hold on
shit,
a
man.
second.
I used to do it all the time, but I would never like see any results. Like, dude, what am I doing wrong? Like, why can't I get a 6-pack? Like, I'm sitting here.
Dude, you literally
punching-
could be just working out wrong.
Or
Yeah,
genetics.
probably.
Or
And your
you're just
diet.
not, well, too, or you just didn't stick with it long enough. You gotta remember, TJ, you start working out, dude, it's not something you're gonna see in a couple months. Sometimes it takes a year or two before you really
Yeah,
start
you ain't
seeing
Mike
a
Tyson.
difference.
You don't
Oh,
gotta
no,
train
I'm
like
just-
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's we all just like me. I just want instant gratification.
No, just
There's
go
part
get
of your
some
problem.
implants.
That's what your wife says.
I know.
Dude, you could go get some like pec and like arm implants, make yourself look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just don't get in a fight with anybody because you're not gonna have
Yeah.
backing up.
Yeah.
You want to
Like,
scare
look
them
how
on sheer
big,
size.
look how big I am now, motherfucker.
Right?
It's like when Peter went and got all them implants over.
Yeah.
He became part of the Quahog's Beautiful People Club.
Yeah. And then he got fat and is like, "We're sorry, we can't let you into the Beautiful People's Club anymore." Aww.
Into the what club?
The
It's a
Beautiful
beautiful-
People's Club.
I didn't know you ever were a member of that club.
No, it was a Family Guy thing. Here, let's see.
That
All
pussy.
right. All right, guys, I'm at the office now. I'll see you
Okay,
later on.
Jason, hey,
I
have
might
a
go
great
live
day,
later with my
buddy.
drone if you guys want to watch it later on, like live from the drone.
Okay.
I haven't done that in a while, so we'll see.
Later, sir. Have a good day.
Guys,
Bye bye, Jason.
you as well, Joe. Carry
See
on.
you, Jason.
See you, TJ. See you, Justin. Paul.
Okay.
Pat.
Where's your favorite buddy, Laura? TJ.
Lord, she's in here somewhere. She said, shut up, Justin, already.
Oh, did she?
I'm trying to keep a low profile. Oh, she said, hope I have a great day. Thank you, Laura.
All right.
I won't criticize you anymore then, right now at least.
At least for
They
the
ever
next
keep arguing
15
with
minutes.
anybody this morning.
No, I'm doing shut up, Joe now. Shut up, Joe.
Yeah. This is what I'm talking about.
No one believed it at first, but now everyone wants one.
A customer
That's it.
returned his
That's different.
That's what everybody wants?
Excuse me, sir. What is a handsome man like you doing waiting in line? I need an adult! I need an adult! Warren Fredericks, Quahog Beautiful People's Club. Come on in front.
But all those people were in front of me.
You haven't been beautiful very long, have you? Gorgeous guys like us don't have to wait in line. Haven't you noticed? People will do anything for a beautiful person.
Yeah, come to think of it.
Hi, I'm on a scavenger hunt, and I need a human foot.
Well, as a rule, I would say no, but okay, come in. So this is what? This is for like a school project?
Raoul, please take this handsome gentleman's bags to his car.
Thank you.
Don't play too much.
Hey,
TJ.
when you're beautiful, doors magically open for you.
Actually, it opened because you stepped on that black rubber square. Of course, if that wasn't there, it would have opened anyway because you're beautiful.
Wow.
You're beautiful. Cause you're beautiful.
Yeah, we got 2 voice messages from her saying, shut up, Joe.
David.
Shut up, Joe.
That's creepy.
That's one of your favorite voices right there.
Yeah, I
I'll
guess
make that a
that's-
ringtone. What are you talking about?
I guess that's true, David. I have a
Yes.
6-pack in my brain by watching ladies back.
The key is to make
Yeah, I don't-
ringtones that are going to make you money, Joe, not lose you money.
TJ, they don't sell 6-packs where you work?
So what?
6-packs where you work?
Oh yeah, but like that, they have them in like in soda cans, but not like beer cans or anything like that.
Well, you can buy your 6-pack right there. There you go.
Okay.
If he comes back, I think he ought to come back as a great big a duck or an ostrich going huh 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 huh.
He might have been a geese's.
Yeah, a geese too. Huh, huh, huh.
That's hilarious.
So you did do some flying yesterday, right, Joe?
It's printed. So my daughter might be stopping by to pick up something she needed printed. They need to get ink over there. I'm actually gonna have to get paper. I print for everybody else. My
So
son will
do
say,
like-
print this for me. Print this
So
for
do
me.
like every other place does, and when she gets there, you hand her a bill for like 25 cents.
No, 24 pages.
Okay, so I would say what, $7.99 should be a good price.
Yeah, it's about $6.99, something like that. The reason they do it with me, I'm the only one that ever has a printer working. And I buy the off-brand ink from this one place, and I have enough ink back there. As long as the printer's working, I got enough ink for about a year. But I've been using it so much for other things. I use it when I print the envelopes and everything else. But I've been,
I'm out tempted to get a printer with the toner cartridges.
I like
last
those
so
new
much
ones.
longer.
Toner. Wait, what is it? There was like something. What was that? Like the printers out of toner.
Yeah, they were
I like
called
those new
toner
ones that
cartridges.
Canon has that has the big things, ink, you just fill them up.
But
Yeah, I
wasn't
was
that
looking
from
at
like
those too.
wasn't that from a movie or something where they were talking about toner for the printer or something? Wasn't that from like a movie or like a show or something?
But yeah, toners cartridges are expensive, but they'll last a long fucking time. I mean, they can last somebody a few years. And they don't dry out like the ink cartridges do.
Yeah.
You don't have a problem with that. See, regular printers, if you're somebody that uses it once every 8 months, the chances of your cartridges staying good very long are gonna be real slim.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Paul, I went
Yeah.
in my abandoned carts on my website because it's getting near the end of the season. So the parents that didn't buy are starting to go in there looking at pictures. And I looked through the last 30 days of abandoned carts, which is probably most of the parents, right? That one parent that's been buying a lot, he's got last games, not this one that just passed, in the cart right now, $597.50.
Wow.
And that's not counting the game that just happened with 25 pictures. So that's probably going to be close to $1,000. Okay. And then when I went through the rest of them and I added them up last night, it came out to right at about $2,700.
No, TJ.
So that's
that's what
not bad. Yeah, they molded that off of me, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's laughing at you, Joe.
Yeah, they put that plaster
like,
on me and made the mold for me.
I'm not like a beast by any means, but like I don't know, I do get a lot of exercise. Like I do walk a lot, so like walking around in the store and walking from
Dude, you don't need to get like super big. You just need to build up your stamina, get enough muscle to where you can run around like a fucking deranged spider monkey.
Yeah.
And when you have that kind of energy, you scare the shit out of people.
Yeah. A deranged spider monkey. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you just see you got to be able to be real fast and run around them in circles, screaming random shit. And then they think you're fucking nuts, and then they would just scare them off just by what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the 6-pack that molded off of me. Hold
Yeah.
on. That's the one they molded off of me.
The big kegger. Is that one of those intergalactic keggers?
Yeah, right. Oh.
Yeah, I think I might go try and do some flying today, hopefully.
We got a windy day again. I can see God darn, the trees are blowing. Yeah, there's a cold front coming through. It's gonna be coming in tonight. I'm gonna have to move my car.
Was the
You're
wind that strong
talking-
that might blow your car away?
Yeah, it could flood. They're actually only saying through Tuesday, they're only saying where I'm at, like 2 inches of rain. That don't make sense. Because the other day they're saying that it was gonna train over us, and it might be changing. But but I'm looking at it coming through. It's tomorrow. It's tonight. It starts tonight. So it's going to the coast. That's where it's going now. We're gonna have it come through, but it's gonna be basically hitting the coast. They're saying 10 to 12 inches of rain on the coast. Now Tuesday at 4:30 a.m. it's right over us coming, but it looks like it's moving fast. So if it moves fast across, we're all right. So it's going to be overnight, and at 8 a.m. in the morning, we're going to be clear. Now, the thing is, Mandeville Lakefront tomorrow, might get Johnny, see if he wants to come down. Mandeville Lakefront tomorrow, we have a coastal, Mandeville coastal flood warning. So that Lakeshore Drive that you just saw pictures of might be underwater tomorrow. But TJ, you can see how windy it was when I went after that boat, and that boat was hitting those waves.
I don't know if I saw that part in the video. I was just watching, like, the sun and the water.
You heard that right there, Justin? He didn't see that part in the video because that was about a minute in, and he only watched the first 10 seconds.
Because I was just like so like in the zone with the sun and the water just reflecting off.
But they had a little bitty boat. And I was about 2,000 feet from him, and I turned towards him and just kept going and followed him a little bit. And every time he hit a big wave, it'd come out of the water, and the water would just, you see the white fly everywhere. I wish I would have been closer. If I'd have been closer, it would have looked so much better.
In the golf course.
I've slept good the last couple of nights.
You did?
Yeah, I haven't put the heat on. So I've just let the cool air come in. And it's been about like 65 in the mornings when I wake up here inside. And it's been pretty brisk. And it seemed like I'm sleeping better. They had a second line parade yesterday down in some kind of celebration they do every year down in one of the bad areas in the St. Roch area. Some guy walks out there and starts shooting into the crowd.
Oh shit.
2 killed, 10 injured. And then while they're doing that, another part of the city, another guy walked out and started shooting at another crowd. And then we've had a rash the last week of kids calling schools, threatening schools. And the police chief, we got the female that came out of Oakland, California, the police chief now. And she came on last night and she said, it's not going to be tolerated. Stop. You could go anonymously and anything. We're going to know who you are.
Oh,
We
you
could
guys
find
got
you.
somebody out of California.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah,
Well, it's a democratic city. Yeah, that's the only place that Kamala won was New Orleans in Louisiana.
Oh,
That's
well,
'cause
then
they-
they'll
they
be patting
ate
the
too
kids
much
on the
gumbo
back
there.
and telling them good job.
No, it ain't nothing to do with the gumbos because it's a bunch of idiots.
No, then what they'll end up doing is patting the kids on the back, telling a good job, and then arresting the people that called 911 to report it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how.
Well, this is the woman, Kirkpatrick. She got fired from Oakland, and she's our police chief.
Like I
When they
said,
said
we'll
that
see
she
how
was interviewing, I
tolerant
said,
they
"You
are.
got to be kidding me."
Have you looked up to see what she was thrown out for?
I can't remember, but I think they were gonna throw her out, and she resigned or something like this. But we've never had a woman police chief before, and we had an interim woman police chief that's been here a long time. That she was pretty good, and that was when they were starting to do the hired people not qualified, as long as their gender's right and all this. And we had 3 or 4 guys go in there that should have been police chief that have worked for the department for 20 years that are like, I know most of them, and they're really good guys. And they didn't stand a chance. The ones that hit the final cut were 3 women.
Problem with police departments though is they're not elected. They get, it's
Appointed.
usually the mayors or
Yeah.
city council that picks them, so you don't have much of a choice. You have to be
See,
really
that's the
loved by
difference.
the city council.
That's the difference in Jefferson Parish. The sheriff's elected.
Well, sheriffs are elected everywhere. That's the only elected law
well-
enforcement official
Well,
position.
not in New Orleans. Not in New Orleans. It's everything's appointed. But he's same thing like Jefferson, St. Bernard, St. Tammany. All of these are sheriffs are elected, but like in Jefferson Parish, it's been a dynasty. Harry Lee was the sheriff for years, and then when he resigned, Newell Norman took over after him. That was his second. It was Harry Lee's second right hand man. That's what I was gonna say. Right hand man. I'm talking like TJ. And then,
Sheriff, elect,
and then
whatever they call
LaPinto
him.
came up after. Say what?
The undersheriff.
Yeah, something like that.
That's who usually is in second in command, is the undersheriff. That's usually the title they have.
So it's gone like that for the last 3 sheriffs, and these 3 guys have been sheriff total of 45 years maybe.
I met Grady's undersheriff a few times, and that's what they always referred him to as undersheriff. They didn't call him deputy; they called him undersheriff.
Yeah, Grady's cool, man. I sent you that thing on Facebook of one of them I saw. They said we need to keep this guy around. This is why they keep this guy around. And he was talking about, there's supposed to be some criminal activities that everybody in Polk County has guns in the house. I encourage them to fill you with holes, basically, when they come in. When you come
He
to the
said,
house.
"I encourage everybody to shoot you and then shoot
Yeah.
blow you back out their house."
Yeah, blow you back out the house. Yeah, I saw that. I encourage you to own a gun and shoot them and blow them out the house. Yeah, Ann Kirkpatrick is her name.
That's the one you got from Oakland.
Yeah.
Let's see, Oakland chief.
Yeah, one kid threatened the school, said that he didn't want to go to school because he'd been bullied.
It's not an excuse.
Well, that's what that's what they said. They said that's not an excuse. But they shut down like 5 schools last week because of threats in New Orleans. for 1 or 2 days to figure it out, but well, Lord help me. It says the first wedding chapel in New Orleans. It's at a liquor store. In the back, they got, I can't wait to see this one. They got a little altar and a thing like this and all the liquor all around. And the guy that does the wedding looks like Elvis. He must have went to Vegas and saw that shit.
Louisiana thing, huh?
That's a Vegas thing. Yeah, I can tell that. Tell your fiance, let's get married at the liquor store, baby.
How long ago was she a chief?
I think I've heard
Because-
about people getting married at some really strange places. Like I've heard, like I think there was a couple that got married inside of a Waffle House one day. I was like, whoa. That's
Oh, they
kinda
do
weird.
How long ago was she a chief?
She's been a
Because
chief
they're
here for about
replacing-
2 years, so it's been about 4 years.
Yeah, because they're replacing the chief again in Oakland from Chief Ronnie Armstrong, and now the new chief is Floyd Mitchell.
I'm not a
That means
manager.
they've been
Like,
through 3 chiefs in like a 5-year period. That's
get back to work, David. I'm your manager.
I'm sorry, bro. I could not be a. I don't know how you'd want to be a police chief or even be a cop in California
You're right.
or any of those places, man. Screw that.
So did y'all see Trump and a bunch of his advisors, like RFK and Musk, and I can't remember who else was on there. Might have been Ramos, whatever his name is.
Went to a match.
No, they were on after the match. They went back to Mar-a-Lago, and they were on Trump's jet, and they were all sitting around eating McDonald's.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, Trump had like 2 Big Macs in front of him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's always loved it. He has this fascination with McDonald's. He always has. Because when it was during his first presidency, what was it, the NBA team, I think, came for some championship thing to the White House, and they had
he had
an issue
McDonald's.
with they had an issue with the kitchen or the caterers that were supposed to cater the thing. Something got screwed up, and so he ended up going to McDonald's and buying like 100 Big Macs, and
Mhm.
and everybody, like the news, was making fun of him. Oh, this is crazy. How could you provide McDonald's for players? But then the players all came out later and said they loved it. They were like, "Oh man, we walked in there, it was just McDonald's."
They
Didn't
didn't-
give a
well,
shit.
Yeah, they were going. They got a free meal.
Honestly, I mean, you're kind of taking your taste buds on a potential disaster ride when you go to a really fancy dinner anyway, because sometimes they make some weird shit. And you're probably going to eat a
Yep.
bunch of foods you're not familiar with. So for those standard guys that are just out there playing basketball, they probably would rather have McDonald's.
Yeah, they're saying flooding at night is very dangerous. Possible flooding overnight. So I'm gonna have to move my car.
At your place?
Well, it's saying South Louisiana because the storms come. Depends how fast it goes through.
So it is headed for you guys.
No, that's a cold front. Nothing to do with the storm.
Oh,
That's a cold front coming through.
Doesn't matter anyway. I'm sure that cold front's going to beat the shit out
Warren,
of the storm
what's
anyway.
up?
Hurricanes
Yeah,
do not like
that-
cold.
Let me see what that storm was doing because it went across Yucatan, so it knocked it down a little bit.
Oh no, dude, it's going into it just hit Mexico. It's not even a hurricane anymore.
Yeah, but that thing was still. Let me see where it's at. I think it reforms. Yeah, I think what it is, I think what's happening is I think it's a combination with the cold front and that hurricane, like something to do with it because whatever's hitting us winds up below Pensacola Wednesday, and it in the middle. It looks like just by I'll show it to you, just by what it looks like. If you didn't know it was a cold front coming through, right here, looks like it would be like a tropical storm at least. That's 48 hours out. Let's see, 54 going right around. Look, it's actually going to be nothing but that cold front.
Yeah,
So,
I
Mark-
wouldn't even be stressing if it was a 1, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, with all the damage y'all had, with all the water tables, a 1 would be really bad. But they're gonna luck out because right there it looked like it could do some damage, which is
love
war.
how the weather app literally on our side of the world it labels them as hurricanes, but on the Asian side they're all typhoons. Even though they're the same thing.
Tropical cyclones.
Yeah, or they call them tropical, and then they have.
What's up, Warren?
Strong
Lance,
typhoon.
what's up?
Lance is here. Lance, I'm looking in the chat. Is it Lance is here? He snuck in the back door.
Doing the hyperlapse
So
of
Mark-
11th Avenue in Tacoma.
Hi, Lance.
Morning, Mark.
How's the weather over in your neck of the woods? Looks pretty.
Cold.
Looks kind of chilly.
Cold, cloudy, not raining though, which is
Not
good.
rain.
Kind of in a sketchy neighborhood, so my head's on a swivel.
Why don't you just fly outside the sketchy neighborhood and get your shot?
Fly into the
Those drones have like a
what
10
are you
kilometer
flying,
range.
man?
Fuck it.
My Mavic 3.
Oh, okay.
Hey, team.
Because I like to get my heart rate up, Justin.
But just stand out there with money hanging out your pocket.
He doesn't have to do cardio. Just get to the sketchy neighborhood.
But I burnt 2,000 calories, didn't take a single step.
See, when I go down to a sketchy neighborhood like that, then I just, instead of having it concealed, I just open it up and let it sit on the outside.
You guys see my my hyperlapse?
Oh, nice.
Sketchy neighborhoods don't even make me nervous. I've been to so many sketchy ass neighborhoods. I hung out in sketchy ass neighborhoods. I don't really give a shit.
That's because you have an S on your shirt.
I got the teardrop below my eye. Nah, dude, I used to hang out when I was in my early 20s and even in my mid 20s. I hung out in some really sketchy ass neighborhoods.
Sketchy neighborhoods when you're in your 20s, they're Justin, are completely different than now. Back then, they might come up there with and have like they want to fight you. Now they want to shoot you.
Okay, that wasn't in the 1980s. That was literally like 15 years ago. You're talking about 1980s, dude. Gun violence didn't become an issue till the 80s.
I'm telling you.
But you're talking pre-80s. Pre-80s, you didn't really have to worry about getting shot. That wasn't a common thing. But then a lot of gangs in the inner cities started using guns instead of fighting. It was 1980s is when the crack epidemic and all that started happening, and they started getting a lot more violent on the streets.
A woman's voice, I don't hear it. God, no.
Seahawks beat the Niners yesterday. Great win.
Who? The Niners and who?
Seattle Seahawks.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, even a blind pig will find a truffle someday.
NFC West sucks. We're all mediocre.
don't have no Kansas Cities in your division.
Kansas City lost yesterday.
Finally.
Lost to
You know,
Detroit.
they were the
They
worst
like-
9-0 team ever.
So what is
Yep.
that like? What is that like 10-1 now or something, or 9-1?
9-1.
It wasn't that they were bad. It was not that they were great.
Well, yesterday they even had a call where they didn't make a call on a face mask that was so blatant.
I know. You know, they are definitely getting the calls.
Preferential treatment.
The fix is on.
I say.
That's because my gal, they want to protect my gal.
Yep.
They want to protect my girl.
I didn't know you were a Swiftie.
Number one,
Did you know that, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's talked about it a bunch of times.
That he know that he's a Swiftie?
Yeah, he's talked about it a whole bunch of times. It's him and his daughter, I think, are big Swifty fans.
I must not have been paying attention because I don't remember either that or old man memory.
well, let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
It lands out there flying his drone singing, shake it off, shake it off. It's the best
Is that
drone
what you
ever,
do?
ever, ever,
I didn't know
ever.
that.
Well, it's cold here today.
You know, I get that card speed too slow, but it's a fast card. I hate it when that happens and then it stops. I gotta
Yeah.
reformat it in the drone at some point.
I hooked up that new power station last night.
Successfully.
One, the battery backup.
Yeah, how'd it work?
Well, stupid thing had the way it showed the plugs were the wrong way again. You know, it doesn't show the way they told it. So when I look at Home Depot, the plugs are facing out. They're not facing straight up and down. So why the new ones have changed and they didn't change the picture. And lucky enough that they've got a top one and a bottom one that's away from everything. And those two plugs that give me problems, I was able to plug in those. So it worked.
Yeah, watch this video. Talking about Kansas City, watch. Hey, read that?
See what the great Patrick Mahomes will do on this play.
But before we can talk about how great Patrick Mahomes is, we have a flag on the play.
Before the ball was snapped, pass interference on the defense, numbers 1, 2, and 3. By rule, the great and powerful Patrick Mahomes will elect where to place the ball. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, it's now 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Ball is snapped.
Man, look at the way Patrick Mahomes handed off that ball. Superb technique.
But let's check out the flag on the play.
During the play, personal foul, violating Patrick Mahomes' personal bubble. The result of the play is first down, touchdown, and Chiefs win by 50 points. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
That's what it is.
I'll be right back, guys. call the cops if I'm not back in 2 minutes.
Somebody call 911.
Cops. I'm not worried about him. I was just curious if the drone was okay.
And this winds have got to be because of that front coming through. But that's what's going to cause the lakefront to flood.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Dre.
What was up, Dre?
What's going on? You guys sound like you're down the dumps. DJ hasn't laughed in the last 15 minutes watching.
Morning, it's kind of
Joe been talking about the flood coming.
Yeah,
Y'all like it's
kind of depressing, huh?
Y'all act like it's the Book of Revelations.
The Book of Revelation.
Oh, we're in chapter 14. We're not there yet.
Yeah. Even Justin sounds down the dumps. Some kids kicking you behind, Justin.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a stomach bug this morning.
Oh, his little tummy hurt again.
Got a cold and a fever.
So far, so good. Hold on, give me another minute.
Stomach feels fine. I just got a cold and fever. I'm just sitting up at the moment.
You gotta get the hookup with the lunch lady, Justin. Get you that breakfast burrito.
You see them lunch ladies? Gross.
Okay.
Well, what it really is, Dre, is that Lance hasn't gotten our breakfast yet from McDonald's.
No.
That's where I'm headed now.
All right, it's about time. We're getting hungry over here.
Okay. Trying to think of the easiest way to get to work from here.
You get in your car and drive.
Couple cars on blocks right there, and a lot of tagging over there, and I can get out of the neighborhood safely.
Now he went to get his drone, so when he starts the car and realizes it's not moving, he doesn't have tires.
What was so important over there that you had to fly, that you had to risk going into a really bad neighborhood?
I didn't take my hour-long walk this morning. I only took my 45-minute walk, so I needed to get my heart rate up there.
Seriously, where'd you go over there to film, though?
The bridge. It's kind of a cool little hyperlapse.
Just had my Echo doing an alarm in the back. 9 a.m. I have never set a 9 a.m. alarm in my life.
I don't set an alarm.
Computer.
I haven't set an alarm in 20 years.
Just to let you know, Joe, sometimes when you guys get up and you leave, we mess with your Alexas and stuff and set alarms. I did it on Paul's.
Everything's in my ear, so it's not that good. It's
I
not
did
that
on
sensitive.
Paul's one time. Set an alarm to go off.
Well, TJ, you got a week under your belt of being in charge? How you like it?
I mean, it's okay, but sometimes, like, just one coworker of mine just kind of, I don't know, he's a version of me, because, like, he'll, like, it's hard for him to,
giggles?
well, no, like, he just stands behind the register and is, like, friggin' on his phone, like, all the time, and when there's nothing to do, when there's actually stuff to do, but, you know,
always
like,
something to do.
yeah, because, like, I'll be sitting there, like, counting the money at the end of the night, and I'll just be, like, sitting there on the phone. I'm like, dude, Logan, go do the temperatures, get the trash, do this, do that. It's like, God, he can't friggin' process, like, oh, we're getting close to closing time. I should do the things that I need to be doing.
So he has a
Yeah,
hard time
strict.
focusing, like the boss.
Yeah.
So what you do, TJ, is you give him strict instructions about how you don't want him on his phone and he needs to be doing something when that time rolls around. And if he does it again, then you're gonna have to write him up.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
have to set an example. You can't be doing the same shit that you're getting him
a
for.
way to really scare the shit out of him. When he's on his phone, you got an old phone that you don't use anymore?
I think so.
Nah,
Okay,
don't do that. Don't
you
listen.
put that in your pocket, and you go up and you grab his phone. Say, next time, this is what's going to happen to your new one, and you throw the old phone down and stomp it right there in front of him.
Don't listen to Paul.
That way he can get arrested for destruction of property.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
No, it's
Not
not.
if he actually does break the kid's phone. No, but what
No,
I'm saying is,
you're gonna stomp your old phone, not his.
but the thing is, TJ, is like you got to set an example. You can't tell somebody they can't be on their phone at the register if you're doing the same shit.
Yeah, because there's cameras like all around, so they can see. The corporate can see what we're doing.
It's because your manager don't give you the right to fuck around on your phone too. You know.
Yeah.
As much as most managers and most stores will anyway.
Yeah.
Trust me, I had managers in Walmart that would tell employees about.
And like Sundays are like the worst because everybody's going to church, getting together for lunch after church or breakfast or whatever.
Sundays are always busy at Walmart.
Yeah, for Sundays at the store is like just slow. Maybe you get like 2 or 3 people coming in and like it's dead the rest of the
busy in the afternoon after they get out of church. Everybody
Hey,
be coming in
Justin?
there getting lunch and going to the deli and
yeah.
Justin.
What?
I know your little tummy hurt, but use your big boy voice. I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
My stomach doesn't hurt. I have a cold and a fever. I don't have my stomach's fine.
Well, that when I got on here, that's what they say. Justin, your tummy hurt. And we know how sensitive your tummy can be. So no butt ball today. He's actually at work.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So we may not see him till late at night or weekends.
Oh, okay.
About time.
Did he ever get his 3S in yet?
No.
Oh, wow.
But it's gonna show up today what he's going.
It's going to the
Today was
second
the
week
deadline.
now.
He was told that today, if they didn't release it by today, they're sending it back.
Wow.
Now he said that's what Customs told him.
Yeah. But I was shocked. I got that power bank 2 days.
Yeah, like I said, that was definitely not coming from overseas.
No,
that's a great deal.
What's that, Lance?
That's a great deal, Dre. That is an awesome deal.
It is. That's basically half price.
Yeah, I just don't know what I would use it for.
Well, I can say, Lance, plan for what's unplanned for. Power go out, you got power.
It will not run a refrigerator, though, will it?
Yeah, it will.
Is it?
That one will.
Okay.
Yeah, that one can run a refrigerator, TV, a lot of large appliances. That one can run.
Okay.
How long will it run?
That's always the question. How long it will run a refrigerator is always a good question. I haven't seen the specs on it for a refrigerator, but I know some of the smaller stuff, they always talk about phones, all that kind of stuff. It'll recharge your phone like over 10 times.
Probably more than that if that's all you were using it for.
Yeah.
That's a big ass battery.
Yeah.
Because like I have a small 20,000 milliamp charger and I can charge my phone like 5 times off of that. 4 or 5
Yeah.
times just off of that.
Mm-hmm. I got a total of 3 now. I got a little small one that I usually take in the field just to and it charges like 3 of the Maverick 2 batteries. It'll do like 4 of those before it goes dead. And I have
it the
that
Smart
Blue
Tree
Yeti
one?
one.
The
Is it
thing
the
about
smart-
charging or my drone batteries though is I want it to sit for 30 minutes and cool down before I throw it on the charger.
Yeah, well, that's always going to be the case. You gotta make sure the battery temps are in the charging levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that thing can charge a battery while you're flying another battery. You know, so
Is that the Smart
basically,
Tree charger, Dre?
you had 3 batteries in rotation. You could keep flying all day.
Yeah, is that the little Smart Tree charger?
No, that's the DJI 1000.
I had a Smart Tree one, and it would do 2 batteries, I think 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been 4 times or 2
Yeah, I
times.
think my little
2 or
small
3
one I
times.
got does it can do 4 Maverick 2 batteries in a course of a day before it goes out. I never had to use the Blue Yeti one yet, but this DJI one, I know it says at least cell phones you can do like 10, 15 times in a day. And I know it says I got the cord coming for the Maverick 3 battery, and it says it will charge one of those in 20 minutes.
Yeah, because you could use that to plug like your internet router in and your phone, and then you'd still have some internet while your power's up.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, over the last couple of months, I've been doing some. I'm not a survivalist, but I want to be realist about it, and especially with these Santa Ana winds out here now, where the power companies want to turn the power off just in case, so they don't get sued and stuff. So like I said, I got 4 of those radios. They got like a 32-mile range. I got 4 of those, and I got these power banks. Just in case something does happen in our area, earthquake or whatever, and everything, we can remain in communication. Because like everybody's learning, no matter if you're tornado, hurricane, earthquake, whatever, don't rely upon that cell phone because it ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna get through to nobody.
Yeah, we were out of cell service for like 3 or 4 days after this last one.
Yep.
That was the only thing we lost was communications, was internet and cell phone. But if I drove like a couple of miles across town, I could get service. It was just
I've been trying to tell these knuckleheads at the city, which they think, well, we just use cell phone. I said, your cell phones ain't gonna work. Then what you gonna do? You need direct radio system that's gonna be up and running and be able to communicate within all the different departments in the city. And they just think I'm just talking out of my ass.
Oh, dude, this new spatial audio on here is really weird. It literally throws your guys' voices in different parts of my ear.
No, that's just you have
an ear infection.
No, it's a
Great
new
minds.
feature. I just clicked it on, and it's depending on where you guys are at on the screen is what earphone I can hear you in. Let me move Dre over here.
I'm not moving on my screen.
See, now you're in my other ear because I moved you up to the other part of the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, just be
Yeah, it's
careful. You might get
called-
Laura in your ear.
Hold on, it's called spatial audio. Voices will sound like they're coming from the position of each person on the screen.
And what software is that?
It's on Zoom when you go to the audio settings in Zoom. It's a little
Is that
box you
right?
can check.
Let me see. Let me go to audio settings. Let me see here.
It's right under where it says test speaker.
Yeah. Okay. I said, okay. Spatial audio voices will sound like they're coming from the position of each person on the screen. Ooh, I likes that. I'll try it out.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like when everybody
Those-
talks, it comes.
Since you're not on the screen, Justin, I can't hear you anymore. Hmm. That's all right. I likes that.
Jay.
Keep an old man on his toes.
TJ's not talking.
Oh wait, what? Huh?
Huh?
He was daydreaming.
They're the quietest I've ever seen him.
That's what I was saying when I first came in. I said, DJ wasn't laughing. Wasn't a whole lot of talking going on. Your mic was low. I'm like, who pissed in y'all Wheaties today?
Okay, so I got Dre on the left side, Joe's in the middle, and TJ's on the right. So when TJ talks, I can hear him in the right ear. When Dre talks, I hear him in the left, and then when Joe talks, I hear him in both.
Oh, that's kind of weird. That's kind of freaky or kind of weird or whatever.
Just keep Laura out the middle. You don't want to hear her in two ears.
So that only works when you're wearing like when you're wearing the headphones.
No, I got it happening here too, TJ. And I got separate speakers on my desk, and I can hear from one speaker to the other.
Oh, I'm only using one speaker, so it probably might not work.
Yeah,
it won't work.
Yeah, I use this thing.
Yeah, your Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
So, Lance, you ready for next week?
I am so ready. My my daughter comes home for 10 days on this Thursday, and she doesn't go back until the Monday after Thanksgiving, so that'll be good. And I don't have to go to school Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so I have Wednesday to Friday off. How about your wife?
Oh, she gets the whole week off.
But
Yeah,
nice.
ours starts on Friday all the way till next Monday.
Yeah, you got the whole week off. And I took the whole week off.
Yeah, I got 9 days off.
So I did my Costco run yesterday. So we picked up a 18-pound turkey and a another 18-pound ham.
So you do Thanksgiving at your place with all your kids?
Yeah. Everybody comes to my house. So whoever it is, I think we got neighbors across the street coming. My parents are coming. I'll have my oldest son go pick up my parents because I don't like them driving anymore. So I'm gonna have him go pick them up. And then whoever wants to come, like I said, we leave it open. Whoever wants to come to the house.
What time you having it? I'll be there.
Yeah. Let me know. Let me know what flight you coming in, Joe. I'll pick you up. But last year, my mom's had all of her sisters, which is two sisters and their two sons, come in. So I had pretty much a house full last year.
Nice.
Dre's not going to venture too far from his recliner. That way he can take that nap after he eats all that turkey.
Yeah.
Kick up
No,
afterwards.
I'll just tell my wife that we need to go. I would like to go to Texas and next year down in San Antonio because that's where a majority of the family is at now. But like I say, traveling with my mom and dad is just such a hassle now because they both will be in wheelchairs and wheeling around and everything else. Even though it's only a short little 2-hour flight from California down into Texas, it's just a lot of inconveniences. Like I said, they don't travel well like they used to. And my parents have been around the world, man, but it's the last time I traveled with them was 2019, and my dad was definitely in a chair then. My mom was kind of like milking it, so she was in a chair. So I was trying to hustle them around the airports and stuff. And we went down to Georgia then. And I was like, I'm not doing this again.
Oh, dude, it's a pain. It can be a pain in the butt just taking somebody across town with a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Let alone going on a trip, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I told my wife. That's the only thing that's keeping us from traveling to people on her side of the family or my side of the family in other states is my parents are still here. So I don't want them to feel like we're purposely leaving them out. So we'll have Thanksgiving here, and Christmas also will be at my house. Also.
So most of your family's left California and moved to Texas? Or?
Well, no, my mom's family, my mom's actually out of Illinois, down near Champaign, Illinois. And that's where they have the family reunion at down there in Illinois, Tennessee area every year, which I've never been in all my life. I've never had I can't say opportunity, but because I play sports, football every year, they have the family reunion at Labor Day weekend. So I'm already, playing ball. So I never had a chance to go growing up and everything. And then as I got older, I was different parts of the country and stuff like that. Then I started having kids, and I couldn't afford it then.
They still do it every year or what?
Yeah, they do. They do it. They had a reunion every other year. So that's my wife's side of family. They're starting to pick up their thing on family reunion. So we went to one back down in Sugarland, Texas, right outside of Houston. I want to say 2017. And then we were supposed to go to one, then COVID hit, so everything got shut down. And they were supposed to do one last year, but it was kind of funky, Like I say, my thing is you got to have good information. Give me good information. You want me to show up somewhere. Don't half-ass it. So I can make plans, everything else. Because like I said, we went to DC, Virginia and DC last spring break. So, we spent a whole week down there. So there wasn't nothing keeping us from driving up to Baltimore or even further up into the Pennsylvania if we wanted to. My wife's from Philly, so we had time. But like I say, you just got to work with everybody's schedule. Now, I said one of the reasons why I got out of the military to come back to California was my parents are here. All of my wife's siblings, except for one older brother back in that time, were all in California in this area between Fontana, Rialto, and San Bernardino. So my thing is I always wanted my children to grow up around their family, cousins, grandparents, all that kind of good stuff. So that was one of the main reasons we came. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I came back to California because we were thinking about going to Texas then. But now Texas got too much crazy weather for me. You don't know if you'll get a hurricane or a tornado.
Retire.
Yeah, like I say, that was one. Galveston was a destination spot I was looking at. That's when we went down there in 2017 to check it out, and I liked it a lot. I really liked it. There, nice little small town, slow pace, tourist location, and you're not too far out of Houston. You're only about maybe an hour or so out of Houston. If you want to go anything in the big city. So just like where I'm at now, LA is only about an hour away. So if I needed something from a big city, as far as buying stuff, going to different events or whatever, I'm not that far, but I don't want to live in a big city. So now I'm thinking about taking a trip up to Flagstaff in the next year or so in Flagstaff, Arizona, and see what it's like.
Yeah, it seems like living in a big city would be kind of stressful.
Seasons.
Oh, is that Lance?
Flagstaff definitely has 4 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was talking to the guys at the Vegas meetup, Greg and his team from Pilot Institute. They're only about maybe an hour south of Flagstaff, near Sedona. I guess they call it Prescott. We always say Prescott, but they say Prescott there. And he said they get average about 10 inches a year. And I said, that ain't bad.
I could live in Sedona. Boy, that's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. So I said, I want to go look at that area and see what it's like, see what the price is like, the lifestyle's like, and see if that might be an option or not. I mean, it's just, you know how it is, Lance. Seattle, same thing like down here in Southern California. You can retire, but can you really afford to retire and live the lifestyle that you are used to?
Good morning, USA.
What's up, David?
No, neither one of you know.
Feeling.
Keep your day jobs.
All right. Good morning to all of USA apart from Joe, who can shut up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I haven't heard it all day yet.
Oh, God. Do you wish you a fantastic day in the chat?
Yeah, I saw that. She must have been asleep. You must have typed it.
No, just be careful. It's a trap.
I know.
She lures you into that false sense
Shut
of
up,
security,
Joe.
and then bam.
It's a trap.
Well, Justin, what's the best way? You still here? What's the best way to I've got 32 RAM in this computer. I actually could do up to 128. I'm thinking about doing the whole thing. So just I need to find out what's in it.
What do you mean? What's in it? How many sticks or what?
No, it's got 2 sticks in it. I know that.
Okay.
How many slots?
I think it's DDR4.
Yeah.
How many slots?
It's got 2, I think. Might be 4. I saw it somewhere one time, and I can't remember.
Standard desktop would be 4 slots, unless it's a mini microcomputer.
I think it has 4 actually.
Right.
Yeah, mine's only got 2.
What you can do, Joe, Justin, you might confirm this. Doesn't Corsair have a little app that can diagnose your computer and let you know exactly what it is, what the speed for the motherboard?
Becky.
That's what I got. I got it actually.
So
yeah, that's where I found it at. I got that.
I was like, technically, you could just pull one of the sticks out and it'll tell you right on the side.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that way, if he wants to order more, he would know exactly which ones to order.
If he's running DDR4, it's most likely going to be like 3200 megahertz.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell you
that's
in a
what I'm saying.
second.
Like I said, that right there makes a difference. You're doing 1600, 3200, or whatever hertz matches the board. That's why I say use the app. It'll tell you exactly what you got and what you can bump up to. And what,
it's running DDR4 1330 megahertz.
Yeah.
1330.
Well, it'll be 13333.
Right.
1330.1.
Yeah.
Right.
God, that's really gotta hurt.
Well, I mean, depends on how old.
That's not that
I
bad.
tell people, it depends how old the system is, or the motherboard.
2 years old.
Yeah,
Well, I say this is how people get kind of tricked and buying computers, is that they don't realize the parts inside. They might say
No,
it's
we
only
looked at that before he bought
years
it.
old, but they
Yeah.
might be using 4 or 5 year old motherboards.
No, we looked at Joe's before he bought it. The thing is sometimes the RAM does not default at its potentially top speed that it could be running at.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's always
Like
going to be
mine
the
will
safe,
default at
safe-
2800, but it can go to 32.
Yeah.
Joe.
Well, that's
Yeah.
if you max it out. The comfort zone is where he's at. He can always get it maxed out. That's why I said if you use that app from Corsair, it'll tell you the range that it can handle, the motherboard can handle.
But it doesn't matter if he buys DDR4, like if he buys a 16 or 32 gig card.
Run at the lower speed and the lowest.
Even if it's rated for 3200, it will adjust itself to whatever his computer wants to run it at. So he doesn't
Never
really
mind.
need to worry
Right.
about the megahertz.
Joe, on spec.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he buys we upgrades, he gets the right memory, because other than
Yeah.
that, you start having all kind of stupid stuff happening.
Joe, on spec, tell me the motherboard model.
Motherboard is Lenovo 3733.
That's the motherboard.
Yeah. And it's got 4 slots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's only got 132 in there. So if I could find out that, if I could match that one, I'd get 3 of them and have to not worry about buying 4.
Yeah, you can do it that way.
No,
Save you a few dollars.
you can't do it that way, actually. You should
Why
have
not?
4 slots. You should use slot 1 and 3 or 2 and 4.
It's
Or
usually
all
2
4
and
of them.
4 unless you're using all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you did 3, you would have it would still run, but you'd get conflicts quite often.
No,
Why
what he was
can't I
saying,
run all
David,
4?
what he's saying,
You'll
David, he's
get
gonna buy
memory
3
drop.
more to make 4 to fill up every
I
slot.
want to run all 4.
It doesn't matter then, as long as they're all the
Right,
same
it can
size
run
sticks.
up. It can run up to 128 gig DDR4 3200s.
Right.
Yeah, see, that's what I said,
3200?
3200.
Yeah.
And if you're not running
So-
3200 right now, it's probably because your BIOS defaulted it to a lower setting, which is normal for it to do that. Sometimes it doesn't run it at its full speed, which it should.
If his RAM is 133, it's stock RAM that they've normally put in, and it's probably running about 1600.
But it will tell you on the side of the stick. There's usually a sticker that will tell you what's top megahertz speed that it can
Yeah, I
run
mean, they
at.
got to open it up and look at it, though. I don't want to do that
Like
right now.
mine says 32. Like mine have a sticker on the side that say, it will tell you the top speed.
Becky's already told
3200
him what it is.
DDR4.
Becky
So
tells
you
you.
said 3200, right?
Yeah. But
You want to go to
remember,
128 gigs? Jesus.
well, that's the
Dude,
max
you're going to
Windows.
spend a lot of money, Joe. You're
But
talking about
before you
$400 to
before you go any further,
$600.
that's the max Windows will let you go to.
Well, I'm waiting to see what Black Friday has.
Like I said, you're just going to spend a lot of money because to do 128 gigs, you're talking 3 or 4, 6 32 gig cards. Yeah, you're talking probably about $400 to $600 easy.
You
No,
can get them a little cheaper than that.
Yeah.
But out for 32 gig cards, hold on.
No, because I
Let me look,
run
let me look.
128 mine. And I think I paid about $280.
And
And
it
those
depends
are
on what brand he goes with. Don't go with
Kingston.
some.
I
this
went with Kingston.
Corsair is 3600. Hold
I had to wait because I had actually those ones I got had to come from the UK, so I had to wait a week for it to show up.
Okay, so they do it. Okay, the Corsair Vengeance aren't too bad. They've gone way down. So for
Yeah.
4 32 gig sticks at 3200 megahertz, you're looking at $234.
That's what I said about
Yeah.
about 280 what I paid. Now it's over 2 years ago now.
Yeah, but they went way up not too long ago, and it was.
Well, they just sell
Joe,
you
are you
company, that's all.
Joe, can I just check a minute? Are you sure that motherboard itself is a Lenovo?
It says Lenovo.
On the motherboard itself, not the name of the computer.
Well, it says, let's see.
On
On the motherboard, it says manufacturer Lenovo.
You know, David, they're not going to give individual parts on a name brand
do you
system.
want?
Just be careful
Joe.
with Lenovo. They are very arsey with upgrades.
Hey Joe, do you want RGB sticks or you just want regular?
Well, it depends
I
what
don't
kind of
need,
case
I
you
don't
got,
need
Justin.
anything that regular's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
if you-
because you're looking at about a $50 difference if you want the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pros.
Yeah, because I got the RGB sticks. And I
Why?
don't know why I bought them now, Justin, because my case.
No, you
my
shouldn't.
case
Shut
is
up.
under the desk near the floor, so I never see it anyway.
Yeah, I can't see them. It's on the other side. And the other side is not a clear.
Yeah, same thing.
So if I
Mine.
can't see them, I don't want them,
Yeah, and because it's a Lenovo stock computer, they don't really do RGB. The motherboard won't be very good with it.
Well, it says motherboard manufacturer Lenovo. It's a 3733 U3EI EE1. E1.
Sorry, what was that last bit? U3
U3E1.
E1.
So Justin, what I do is between my video card, the RGB RAM, and my sound card, I have them all just glow red, do a breathing pattern red. So all you see, all the little holes, the fan holes and stuff like that, is a red glow out of my desktop, like it's pulsating.
That's actually a nice motherboard.
What, the one I have?
Yeah, that's one of the newer ones. It's got all the heat sinks and all that shit on it.
Yeah.
You got 4 small PCIe slots. You got 1 large PCIe slot. And then you have obviously the one for the GPU, but yeah, you got 5 extra slots on that thing.
Not for sale in the UK.
Imagine that, not for sale in UK.
I wonder why it was only showing these Legion computers. Every time I click change to UK, it goes, nope.
It's looking at one of them is $57 a piece.
Yeah.
The 132.
What size sticks have you got in right now?
Say again?
What size have you got in now? 216.
Oh, it's got 132 in there right now.
Oh, I thought you had 216s in there.
No, it's only got one. It's only one slot, 32.
Oh, you're only one.
Quite an oddball for them to do that.
Yeah, because usually the thing, dude, just get another 32 and just go to 64.
Mm-hmm.
When you're running 2 different slots,
Right.
you're gonna have better. That's why I guarantee that's why your speeds are knocked down so low.
Yeah.
Because you're only running one rail.
Ideally, you'll need to take that RAM stick out and try and get the same brand, same model.
Yeah, I know.
And
I don't see.
like Justin said, an extra 32 gig, and you'll probably be fucking spinning around all over the place.
Well, it's pretty fast now. You know, I just want
But they always say when you use two slots, you have juggles the memory better.
Yeah, you have better
on
buffer
speeds and everything.
Yeah, because you don't get memory drop.
Right.
That's probably why your memory's capped so low. Because you should be running at 3200. You're only running at 1300. That's really low.
Yeah, I know.
I'd just get, me personally, I'd just get another 32 stick and drop it into this.
Justin, check your
slot.
messages and send me your fucking gun.
What?
Check your messages and then send me your gun. I need to borrow it.
Yeah, I'd rather spend $60 than $200.
Yeah.
I mean, you really, I don't know. I don't think you really need to go to 128 unless you just want to do that.
There's
That's
not
a
going to be
little
much.
excessive.
You're not going to see much with 128. Much difference because the apps will only use what it can do and what your processor will do. So make sure your processor.
It's an i7 8-core.
i7 8-core.
Yeah.
What gen?
It's a core. It's
On spec, it'll tell you. It should say i7. And it,
probably what, 16 threads?
if it's 2 years, it should be 12.
11th gen.
11th, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
so just check that processor to the RAM before you go whacking out that money because your processor could max out at 64.
Yeah, the stock core speed is 2500.
It's amazing how many people go rushing out and going, I'm going to get more RAM. Yeah, but you didn't check your processor.
Yep, it's always a combination of all the parts.
Yeah. You should check all your parts because it'll have it's strange as well. People think they've got a nice graphics card. I got the 4090. Yeah, but did you check your bottleneck on your motherboard? Why would you get that? Your processor, your RAM, your hard drives. You'll be surprised.
Dude, I'll slap a 4090 in an old Dell Office computer from 15 years ago.
Yeah, melt it.
I'm about to say it's gonna burn up, huh?
I'll run it off that 200
the power supply
watt.
could support it. You probably burn the power.
I'll run it off a 200 watt power supply too.
I was gonna say I could just burn out the power supply.
Done that before.
Well, I learned that lesson about 15 years ago about power supplies. It just like Dave was saying, it just doesn't perform. And all it was, I had a anemic power supply.
I had a 350 power supply in one computer. I put a 2060 in. God, did that go nuts?
Yeah.
The motherboard, the processor was running at 97%, and suddenly the power supply just went, "Fuck this!" and boom.
So it's better to have the same one if I get it, huh?
Yeah.
You always want to try to match up your RAM identical.
Yeah.
Jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, catch you later.
All right, go
Hey,
get your
Justin,
little
hope you're
nap.
feeling
Hope
better.
your little tummy
Feel
feel
better, yeah. Feel better.
Again, it's not my stomach. TJ's the one that said that.
Yeah.
I got a head cold.
Yeah, take some stuff for your stomach there, Justin. It'll be better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You won't work today, Justin.
Pour some NyQuil down your nose.
Tell Sarah to get your little heating pad for your tummy.
And I don't have cramps from a menstrual cycle.
Pour
You gotta go
NyQuil
change
down
his
your
tampon.
nose.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take some X-Lax.
Some X-Lax.
Rectally.
So, Paul, what's been going on this weekend? I tried to catch a show twice over the weekend, and you didn't stay on long.
Yeah, it just nobody's watching. A lot of people doing other things. It just isn't. It isn't
Yeah,
popping.
what's-
And I understand. There's times of the year
Yeah.
people got things going on.
Because I think it was Saturday morning. I don't think you were on for 4 hours Saturday morning or something.
He pulls the trigger too fast.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, like I think yesterday, like Laura was saying, I think it was like yesterday or the day before, like, Paul, you're on too early.
There goes Laura's voice.
That's the way Laura sounds. Oh my god!
I'm getting out of this one.
She say like this. She say like this.
TJ.
Paul, you're on too early.
TJ. Careful what you're saying. She's listening.
Oh Lord, hi Laura.
She knows I love her. She knows I love her.
That might be the case, but does she love you anymore? Look, Joe made that one mistake one day. He had a slight little dig, and ever since he's been told to shut up.
Man, I'm gonna have to look at that stick. I don't want to open it up. I gotta move shit to open it up.
Open what up?
The case.
The computer case to see what it is.
Well, here's something for you. If you buy more RAM, you're still gonna have to open it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You can't just push it through a little gap in the box and hope it'll slot in.
Well, you can do it this way,
You just
Joe.
laid it on top.
Joe, you just buy 2 sticks, so you only got to open it once. Put the 2 sticks in, take the whole one out.
That's what I agree.
That way
That's what I'm
got,
thinking.
That way you know you got matching ones because you buy them together.
And I got brand new ones too.
Yeah. You buy them together, so you take the old one out and put 2 new ones in one time. Open it once, close it once.
Yeah, I saw a special on two of them. It was like $99 for 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get Crucial, I think.
Yeah, Crucials are good.
They used to be. They've been slacking lately.
I know all my earlier systems, I ran Crucial quite a bit. That's why I knew about that app that they have to diagnose your system to make sure you get the right RAM and whatever else that you need. Like I said, this is the first time I've got these Kingston ones and that was the recommended ones by the motherboard because I had that.
Kingston's not too bad. Shit for memory cards, but other stuff they're all right.
Well, I got the 2 memory cards in there, and it's the RGB ones, high end, whatever. I bought 2 years ago now, and it's got, like I said, I shouldn't have bought the RGB one because I say my case doesn't have a clear side to it. It's underneath the table, so I never see what they're doing. So I put everything from my video card, the memory, and my older PCI Sound Blaster card. They all got LEDs on it, so they all flash red.
Yeah, Crucial is $108 for 232s.
Mm-hmm.
Even DJI have started selling Kingston memory cards for the drones.
Yes, because they sent me DJI sent me 2 free ones.
That's because Kingston are cheaper.
Are they cheaper?
Cheaper end. The cheaper end of the memory card.
Yeah, they've always been cheaper.
I don't know. I say the ones I had to pay for cost more than other ones. I'm like, holy smoke.
If you get, as long as you remember, you need class 10. Yeah. And you just need one of the higher speed writers and you should be good.
Yeah. Well, I said I haven't had any problems because I used the Kingston ones that DJI sent me. I used one in my Osmo Pocket 3. And I think I used another one in one of my drones. I'm not sure which one it is. It's in one of them.
I think the problem with Kingston as well, they're one of the most how do you put it? Clone brand. You know when people are selling fakes.
Oh, is that right?
I think SanDisk has become one of the most
cloned
ones.
Yeah, at the moment, but you can spot them a mile away. A lot of them call them ScanDisk, and people go, "Oh." People don't realize there's no C in it.
Yeah, most of the SD cards I have are all ScanDisk ones. I laugh when people get on there. I mean, SD cards are so cheap now. You know, you can pick one up for less than $15.
Yeah,
you know, easy. And you get somebody on a Facebook group talking about throwing up one of these little Gigastone cards. Talking about, is this a good deal? I'm like, dude, come on. Go ahead and spend $15 on a decent, card from a reputable company, whether it's PNY or ScanDisk or one of the other Toshiba, whoever. Just get a name brand one and stop fooling around with this off-brand crap because you're trying to save $2-3.
Yeah.
Well, I bought 4 SanDisk Extremes Pros, and none of them worked. So I sent them back and claimed my money back off eBay.
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. Was it just the bad cards or were they fakes?
I don't know. They just didn't work, full stop.
Probably what a lot of these eBayers do when they're selling used cards or even new ones, they put this software on it, little cut thing, and it will turn a 32 gig and it will stretch it to say 128 or 512. And everybody goes, yeah, that'll do. And then you get one little corrupt file, you reformat it, suddenly you're back down to your 32 gig. Because you haven't got the software to expand it. But
these were brand new.
Software causes the problem.
Brand new, sealed in the packets.
Yeah, but it depends where you got them from. Like I said, people do these stupid things.
Yeah.
The 256 gigabyte ones.
But the thing is, they sell
them
these
in and they just didn't recognize them at all.
Yeah, but they sell these on eBay. So they say it's a 512 and they sell it at the same price as you would pay for a 32 gig.
No.
You just getting a bargain. Just leave it at the 32 gig and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I always tell people all the time, if something's too good to be true, it probably ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You're probably, yeah, 'cause-
I mean, they weren't that cheaper than normal price. So I expected them to be just a bulk buy kind of thing, and he could
Mhm.
afford to do it a bit cheaper. But no, they just nothing. Didn't even recognize them.
I haven't bought an SD card off eBay in probably about a decade. I usually buy most of mine off of Amazon. I think the only time I went into Best Buy to buy was when I needed one right there in my hand.
You mean no results? Fuck's sake, Amazon. Knobheads.
Yeah. I picked up that 20 gigabyte, terabyte hard drive is sitting over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I want to do the RAM before I do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Even doing transfers and stuff like that, same thing.
Yeah.
You gotta look at all your bottlenecks, how much RAM you got, how much speed the RAM can handle. Same thing with the external hard drive. And I gotta tell folks, even with internet speed, a lot of times people don't realize your motherboard plays a big factor in your internet speed and how fast your internet operates in your system.
Yeah, I got the fiber, the 1 gig, I think it is. That's like a fly.
Yeah, I can say that people go out, like I said, you spend money getting that full gig up and down, but if your motherboard only handles 100, megabits per second, you're not getting the full 1 gig. Because I was like all over Frontier about my stuff, and then I had to do some research of my own and kind of find out my motherboard only handles 2.5 gig, and I'm paying for 5 gig up and down.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, dude, what's going on here? And they said they came out, tested my equipment. They said, hey, from the box to your router, you're getting the full 5 gig and everything else. And the guy had to educate me a little bit and says, hey, you got an old router going to your home theater system here that only handles no higher than 1,000 megabits per second. And then I said, what about over here? So I had to buy another switch that handles 2.5 gig that I was willing to pay for, and have that line going to that, and then that goes to my desktop. So now I'm at least getting a full 2.5 gig up and down to my desktop. But I had to get a new switch that can handle that speed, because the standard switch only goes up to 1,000 megabits or kilobits per second, I think it is.
Right.
So like David was saying, there's a lot of different things you got to look at that can be your bottleneck.
Yeah. I'm going to open it up and look at it, see what's in there. Because I want to double check the pins on it too before I order.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to jump off here myself and try to do something with myself today too. So I'll catch y'all later.
You have today off today?
Yeah, I'm off today.
Off today and tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Again, you didn't listen, Paul.
Two
You said that
days
earlier.
off in a row. So I get to have some R&R just
Go have a big bowl of cereal and enjoy yourself.
All right, I'll see y'all later on.
Okay.
The laters.
See you, Teach.
Well, the wind looks like it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to go fly today.
Which one are you gonna fly?
I can't fly my Mavic 3 because I need to charge the battery. I didn't do it last night.
And you ain't
Or I
done
could
this.
charge them up and go in a couple hours.
I said, what are you doing now? Your arms too
I know,
short?
that's what I said. I could charge them up and go in a couple hours.
I was gonna say, your arms too short, you can't reach the charging plug?
Way over there, I gotta walk to go get it. But my
Man, all this
Air
time
2 is
spending on-
charged up.
I said, all this time
My
you
Air
spend on
2S is
this
charged
gas
up. I
and
might just
charger.
fly that. Air 2S only got 17 flights on it. My other one's got 160 flights on it. Yeah, I've put 293 miles worth of flights on the Mavic 3. But it's still a dog, still does its job.
Oh yeah.
That's why, like I said, when it comes down to it, the Air 3S is nice. The Air 2S does all I need. And I might just wait to see what the Mavic 4 looks like because I like the big drone, you know?
Yeah.
And yesterday I flew it, like I said, I was over the lake with about 20-mile-an-hour winds. Did a hyperlapse, it looked pretty good. But I started out at 60% battery, which I normally won't do because I hadn't charged them. And but I said, well, I've got about 15 minutes of flight time. That's all I need. So when I got them both back, I got them both back at about 14%.
Hmm.
And that was pushing it because I usually don't do that. I usually bring them back at about 30.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop off for a few minutes. I've got a phone call to make.
Okay.
If you're still here when I've finished, I'll come back on.
We won't be. Bye. I'm joking.
But it did fine yesterday. Even when I brought it back, I got it back to me close enough that when it told me the battery was bad, I just canceled and brought it in. But I'm mad I didn't have 100% battery on one time. They had because it was pretty choppy out on the lake, and they had a boat, and he was flying, and every once in a while he'd catch a wave, come out of the water, and all the white would fly all around, and he'd be up in the air. And if I would have had a full battery, I would have went after him and I'd have chased him down just to get that footage. And then I flew the Avata 2 in that wind, and I tell you what, it was sideways most of the time. But it handled it. The only time I didn't do any, I wasn't not about to do a power loop in that wind, and I didn't want to do any flips in the wind. But I did do a 180 slide when I started to pass a girl walking, and she looked at the drone, so I could turn the 180 slide to look at her, see what she looked like. And she was pretty nice. She looked better when I did the flip around to come back to me, and I went around the back of her, and she was on my left side, and I was about maybe 10 feet from her, and she looked a lot better closer. They had a guy riding a bike. Like I said, if it wouldn't have been as many people on the walkway, I'd have chased that guy down with the bike and with the Avata 2 and just stay behind him. But it was just a little quick flight to get one in. That's what I like about the Avata 2. You go out there for 3 minutes and you can do a video. The little one shots. And I saw all these little gaps between tree limbs when I was coming back. And I said, man, I could have went through that. I thought about it, I said, not with that wind. Hang it up in a tree.
Guys, I think I've made a mistake.
Why are you talking about Laura like that, David?
That's what I was wondering.
How'd you know it was with Laura?
When you said the word mistake.
Paul, you're muted.
That's because that's what you always talk about is Laura.
No, the mistake is he never allowed her to put the tree up.
You what?
I gave in and said she could put the Christmas tree up.
My tree's up.
My tree's been up since last year, the year before.
Well, we're not encouraging her for that.
Well, I think she ought to decorate your office too.
I don't have an office and she can fuck off.
You know, put tinsel up all over and everything.
No. She's been told.
She's been told what?
She can put the tree up, but in her own room. Did in my room.
Dre,
Nope.
he's not being very nice, is he?
I'm sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. When he starts talking about Laura, I kind of tune out.
Oh dear.
Yep.
As they say, my name is West. I'm not in this mess.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think I'm gonna jump off. I'll come back later.
Okay, well, we can just close it down. It's 11
I'm gonna
o'clock.
find some things to do.
Right.
It's too good of a day not to go fly.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again tomorrow. David, you go deal with Laura.
Yeah. Go set the tree up for her.
Yeah.
So,
go decorate the tree.
Yeah, but just in case Mark's watching, I did tell you we won't be here when you get back.
Okay.